I've seen planes my whole life, but I've never seen trails behave like this. At first, I didn't think much of it. People online kept talking about the sky. Photos, videos. Lines crossing each other. Patterns. I ignored it. I always do, until one night I decided to look for myself. It was late, around 2:17 a.m. I remember the time. I couldn't sleep. So I stepped outside. The sky was clear. No clouds. No wind. Just silence. And then I saw it. A single trail. Fresh. Bright. Still forming. A plane moving across the sky. Nothing unusual. At least, that's what I thought. I stood there, just watching. A few seconds. Then longer. Something felt off. I couldn't explain it, but I didn't look away. That's when I noticed the direction. It wasn't following the usual path. I live near a flight corridor. Planes always move the same way. Same direction. Same altitude. You get used to it. This one was different. Slightly angled. Not by much, but enough to notice. I pulled out my phone, opened a flight tracking app. I've used it before, just out of curiosity. Every plane should show up there. Every single one. I zoomed in, waited for the signal. Nothing. I refreshed. Still nothing. I checked nearby flights. Two showed up. Both far away. Both moving in different directions. Not this one. I looked back up. The plane was still there. Still moving. Still leaving that trail. But on my screen, it didn't exist. At first, I thought it was just vapor. Normal condensation. That's what I told myself. But it didn't behave like the trails I usually see. It stayed longer. Too long. It didn't spread the way I expected. It just hung there, perfectly still. That's when I felt it. That small thought, something isn't right. I went back inside, tried to forget it, told myself it was nothing. But the next night, it happened again. Same time, same direction, same angle. And again, no record of it anywhere. That's when I started paying attention. The next night, I didn't wait until I couldn't sleep. I went outside on purpose. Same time, 2:17 a.m. I stood there, looking at the sky before anything even happened. Nothing at first. Just empty space. Silence. Then it appeared again. Right on time. Same direction. Same angle. Like it was following something. Or repeating something. I didn't move this time. Was ready. Phone already in my hand. App already open. I watched the sky. Then looked down. Nothing. No signal. No flight. I looked back up. Still there, perfectly visible. I started recording. Not because I was scared. Not yet. I just wanted proof. Something I could look at later and explain. The trail stretched across the sky. Clean, sharp, unnatural. It didn't break apart. It didn't fade. It just stayed there, like it was supposed to. That's when I noticed something else. It wasn't alone. Another trail. Further in the distance. Fainter. But there. And then a third one. They weren't random. They were placed exactly dot, like lines on a grid. I stepped back a little, trying to see more of the sky at once. That's when it hit me. They were forming something, not perfectly, not obvious, but enough to feel wrong. I checked the app again. Nothing. I switched apps. Same result. No flights. No data. But the sky above me was filling with lines. Slowly. Deliberately. I stopped recording. Just stared. Trying to understand it. Trying to make sense of it. But the more I looked, the worse it felt. Because it wasn't random. It couldn't be. The spacing was too precise. The timing too exact. Every line appeared just when the last one reached a certain point, like it was being calculated. I checked the time again. 2:26. And 9 minutes. That's all it took. 9 minutes. And the sky looked completely different. I took a screenshot, zoomed in, then zoomed out. And that's when I saw it. The pattern didn't just repeat. It shifted. Slightly. Every night. Just a little. Like it was moving. Adjusting. Heading somewhere. I went back inside. Didn't sleep. Just sat there, watching the recording over and over, frame by frame, trying to see something I missed. And then I realized something I shouldn't have. Those lines, they weren't random paths. They were coordinates. Coordinates? I replayed the recording again, slower this time, frame by frame. Each line, each angle, each intersection. It wasn't random. It couldn't be. I paused on one frame, took a screenshot. Then another and another. I started marking points, connecting them, just to see, and something started to form. Not a shape, not exactly, more like a structurea layout, placed the points roughly where they should be. It didn't match at first. Too messy, too uneven. I almost stopped. Almost deleted everything. But something felt off, like I was looking at it wrong. So I adjusted the scale, moved the points, aligned them differently. And then it clicked. The pattern shifted. And suddenly, it matched. Not perfectly, but enough to recognize it. I stared at the screen, zoomed in, zoomed out, checked again. Same result. Pattern wasn't random. It was mapping. Something. An area, a location. I checked the coordinates. Again, more precisely this time, entered them. Carefully, one by one. The map loaded. And for a second, I thought I made a mistake, because the location was familiar. Too familiar. I zoomed out, then back in. No. It was correct. Exactly correct. The pattern in the sky was pointing to my area. Not the city. Not the region. Closer. Much closer. I adjusted the points again, refined the position, watched the recording one more time. Just to be sure. And then I saw it. The center. The exact center of the pattern. I didn't want to check it. I already knew, but I checked anyway. I dropped the pen, waited, And there it was dot right in the middle dot of everything dot my street. Not just nearby, not close dot exact dot I sat there for a long time dot not moving dot not thinking, just staring at the screen, trying to understand, trying to find a mistake, but there wasn't one. The pattern had been shifting every night dot slowly dot quietly dot getting closer, and I didn't notice dot until it stopped, right above me. I didn't go outside that night. I couldn't. Stayed in dot, lights off, curtains closed, but it didn't matter, because around 2:17 a.m. I noticed something anyway. The room felt different dot heavier dot, like the air wasn't moving, like something was pressing down. Walked to the window dot slowly dot carefully dot, and just before I looked out, I stopped because I realized something I wish I hadn't. That trail, the last one, never disappeared. It never disappeared. I stood there, in the dark, hand on the curtain, not moving, not breathing, just listening. Silence dot too quiet. I knew what I was about to see, or at least I thought I did. I pulled the curtain just a little, barely enough to look through dot, and then I saw it. Not a trail, not anymore dot. It wasn't spreading dot. It wasn't fading dot. It wasn't moving dot. It was just there dot, hanging dot, perfectly still, right above my street, exactly where the pattern ended dot. I stepped back dot slowly dot, like it could see me, like it would react, but nothing changed dot. It stayed there dot unmoving dot silent. I grabbed my phone dot, opened the camera, hands shaking. I pointed it at the window, pressed record, then looked back outside. Still there dot, clear as before. I checked the screen, the recording. Nothing dot, empty sky dot, no trail dot, no lined, no sign of anything. I looked back outside again. Still there. I lowered the phone dot, raised it again, got checked dot, nothing dot. I tried again dot, same result. That's when I understood something I wasn't ready to understand dot. It wasn't something I could record dot. It wasn't something I could show dot. It was something you had to see, or maybe something that only lets you see it. I didn't sleep that night, or the night after. I stopped going outside dot, stopped checking the sky dot, stopped opening those apps. I tried tried to go back to normal dot, but it didn't go back, because every night at exactly 2:17 I feel it dot, not see it, not hear it dot, feel it dot, like something above me is still there dot, waiting dot. And sometimes, when the room gets quiet enough, I look at the ceiling, and I swear I can almost see the line again, right where it ended, right where it stopped, right above me dot. And the worst part is, I don't think it was marking a place. I think it was marking me.